All right, welcome to the Fantasy Six Pack Hour. We're going to be completing a mock draft tonight with us three buffoons and a bunch of the Fantasy Six Pack staff. We will be right back.
The Fantasy Six Pack Hour with your hosts, Joe Bond and AJ Applegarth.
Touchdown!
All right. Welcome to the Fantasy Six Pack Hour. My name is Joe Bond, founder of FantasySixPack.net. Like I said, we're going to be doing a live mock draft here on air. I'll be sharing that screen here shortly. But until then, I'll say hi to everybody.
Sorry.
AJ is we don't know with AJ. We don't know with AJ right now. We're just gonna say hi and hope he can figure things out. What's going on, man?
Not much. Trying to not drown myself in beer again this time. More successful than last week, but still somewhat unsuccessful.
And Corey Pieper, what's going on, man?
Hey, excited to do a little bit of a mock draft with you guys. It's good to have you back, Joe, after your vacation away from us. Did you enjoy yourself?
I did. I'm finally feeling like I'm I'm recovered. AJ knows how that goes.
Yeah,
takes a few days at this age.
I'm proud of you that your voice is mostly here. So,
dude, I
job on that.
didn't lose it really at all until Sunday night, actually. But it went for a few hours to where it was like, oh no, I thought it was toast, completely. And then it started coming back during the same night. It wasn't great though. If you go listen to some of the team training camp check-ins that have been dropping on the channel, the ones I did on Tuesday were a little rough. But it's slowly getting better. It's not 100%, but it's passable. So we'll get there. All right. But before we jump into this mock draft, just want to remind everybody to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave those comments. We appreciate it and love hearing from you. And jump on over to FantasySixPack.net. Become an all-access member. Our award-winning rankings just updated today, actually, by me. The other guys, if they haven't already, are very soon to follow with the Quinson Junkin news. And then we got the draft cheat sheet, which will be updated fully tonight, if not early tomorrow morning, just in time for the weekend drafts. I'm sure there's a lot of them. Then player projections, those will be updated at the same time. I'm a little behind. Apologize. The expo got me. And then during the season, DFS and betting advice from Dave Eddy and the crew over there. So make sure you jump on in F6P pods to save 15%. All right, let's do this. Let's see how do we make this work with the screen sharing and then everything over here. So we got this. I guess that sort of works. Not super big. It's kind of small. We could try that, but we're off centered.
Sounds like there should be a "that's what she said" joke in there, but that's not to me. So
we'll do this one. I like this one a little bit better. All right. So what we're going to be doing here is a 12-man half PPR draft. Corey, correct me if I'm wrong. You are the one who set this up.
Half PPR, you're right, sir.
Yeah, 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 receivers, a tight end, and a flex. We're going to try to get through as many rounds as possible. We will be pausing here and there. It's 45-second clocks. Some of the guys from the staff are in the room, ready to rock and roll. So yeah, I think unless anybody else has anything to say or do, we can just get going. AJ, surprise, you got the first pick. So,
was this just a random draw, or did you?
No, we did. So you, me, and Corey are 1-6, and I'm 12.
Yeah.
And then everybody else is in between.
That
everybody else was random. It was just kind of whatever. But we just swapped people around to make sure that we were a little spread out. So we weren't talking about like the same strategies per se. So
yeah.
I think we can just get going here.
Should be good.
Go to the window. There we go. Sorry, I'm going to disable the sound so I don't get like little dings in my ear.
You got 45 seconds, man. You're going to have to go.
Yeah, I know. I'm good. Oh, wow. What to do? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a toss-up. No, it's not.
Boom.
Jamar Chase. So the obvious question right away is why him over Bijan, especially in a half PPR?
I mean, he's still a volume hog. He's gonna get targets. He's gonna get the ball. He's gonna get yards. It is a toss up between the two. I don't think there's any one wrong answer for the 1 and 2 slots, but I'm just gonna see how it pans out with maybe a 0 running back. I don't know. Maybe a hero running back later on. We'll see.
0 or here.
That's right.
All right.
Let's go.
Time to ditch the hero and get
Mike LaPlante is obviously
not here.
Already late. Not in the room, even though he said he was going to be. But his auto. We're just gonna let some of the people who are in the room auto. We allow that. The fan track system here that we are using, which is fantastic, by the way. We are also doing our college fantasy football draft on Fantrax, and that's awesome. Even though I kind of don't know who I'm picking, but it's fun. None of us do except for Corey, but that's fun. So there's one that gets me is Gibbs over Saquon, and I'll be honest with you. And Corey, I'm gonna have you pause right before your pick. I was in the Kings Classic drafts this weekend, and Barkley fell to, I want to say 7 or 8. Ooh. He fell full PPR. And then I did a mock draft panel during the expo with a bunch of guys and fell basically the same range. I think it's the fear of the 400 plus touch season last year. It is a massive workload, and when you really look at the numbers, it's bad news. I would not fault anybody for trying to go get him anyway. He's awesome, right? But you really got to worry about the tread on the tires there, and he has an injury history. Let's not forget that. So,
yeah, but his injury history is like kind of weird freak injuries too. It's nothing like
I get it
completely crazy. It's just stuff that derailed him, and it was kind of more of an unfortunate thing. I do agree that there's a lot of tread wear from
Dave was my drafting partner in Kings Classic this weekend, and we took Gibbs over Barkley. We did, and Gabe, remind me, I don't remember how much farther Barkley went. I feel like he didn't go next. There was actually somebody else that went next, and then he might have dropped 2 more spots. I don't totally remember. I just remember being like, oh, well, guy next to us is clearly going to take Barkley because we were drafting 6th, and they didn't. They've still passed, and I was like, oh, wow. It really shocked me, but he kept going. All right. Kick it back up, Corey, if you're ready.
Okay, so I've said I have like a tier of 1 at the top, which AJ selected in Jamar Chase, and then I have 4 guys after that who then proceeded to go the next 4 picks. So here I sit at the top of my 3rd tier, and it really comes down to me, Ashton Genty or CeeDee Lamb. We are playing 3 receivers, so I will focus on CeeDee Lamb.
That would be my pick. I'm big into CeeDee Lamb this year again with Dak. Hopefully a little bit healthier.
Incredible amounts of value still.
Yeah.
So we are going to get an auto here. We might need to tweak the settings.
Mike is. I think once it goes through once, I think if you don't make, it's not an auto. Look at that. I do believe once it goes through once, it'll start autoing on a hurry. And it looks like Mike is here too. But Mike says he's in the Bijan was in his queue. Look at that. Thank you.
All right. So we got a neighbor's pick there after yours at number 7. I like that a little bit. I like that a little bit more for PPR than I do
the half.
But I can buy it.
I can get behind.
Puka went next here. We just know the volume is going to be there. And look, there goes Puka Nacua. I am now actually getting worried about Stafford. Before I wasn't. They said he was going to practice, and he's still not on the field, and that's bad news. When like I think they're talking about him, supposed to be ready for week 1. All right, Amon Ra went. We had a Nico and an Amon Ra. So I got double picks here, and I was really hoping this guy wasn't going to be on the board.
He's going to have to
All
take
right, so I'm
him.
going to talk about the elephant in the room, and it's Christian McCaffrey, and I get it. Like, if this were like a big tournament league, I would absolutely do it. I talked about it. I had the 12th. I did the 12th draft strategy article on the website, and I talked about the fact that Christian McCaffrey, or no, did I do the 12th or the 10th? 10th. And the fact that Christian McCaffrey is there, right? Most likely. Now I think he went, and Dave, correct me if I'm wrong, in Kings Classic, I think he went number like 2 or 3. I was like, because me and Dave were like, if he falls, are we going to take him? And I'm like, no, not at 6. There's no way I could do that. Scott Fishbowl, when you're trying to beat 5,000 people, fine, go for the the big dog like that. But in a league like this where you can play it a little safer, a little home league, Dave took CMC 101. There we go. And Scott Fish. I think that's a play that is obviously there where you got to beat a bunch of dudes. But in a league like this, especially your home league, where you can play a little safer, you can build lots of depth. You draft a guy like CMC and he just busts on you in week 1, man. It's that's bad. Dion heard Stafford's supposed to be out till week 10. I totally missed that. I would love to see a tweet about that somewhere. That is news to me, unless I dropped like a half hour ago. I did not know about that. So I am going to pass on Christian McCaffrey, though, and that for that reason is he's just a little too risky for me. I'm going to make the turn, get 2 guys that I absolutely love, and it is going to be Derrick Henry, and then I will turn back around and get a Brian Thomas.
Brian Thomas.
That'd be hard to do.
Brian Thomas is gone. I missed
I was
that
just
one.
waiting. I was going to say, hey, you skipped over the 1-8.
Oh, that screwed me. That was my other guy. Nico.
We're gonna get McCaffrey. Yeah,
I'm gonna do Mr. Drake London. Big on Drake London this year. I do think he's just gonna be. We're talking about like a target volume hog in an offense. Like it's hard to. The amount of targets he got in the last like 3 weeks with Penix there was like 45 targets in 3 weeks. I'm not going to say that's going to happen over the course of the season. Yeah, Matt, you bum. I totally missed it. I got a lot going on. So I'm going to keep up with my sheet. We got the Janty pick next.
It's a good value. You get Janty the first pick of the second round. I like it.
He's been falling again. Yeah. He's starting to fall. I think the
crazy. You were waiting for him to fall.
I think the super rookie excitement for Janty is kind of gone. There goes to Christian McCaffrey, and I know Corey, that was your boy, Devon H.
I was 100%. Like I'll take him pretty much anytime after like pick 11 there. So. It was hopeful. I knew I wasn't going to get him, but it was
Mark
hopeful.
In the room. Love C-Mac is 16.
Yeah, I get it. They're not wrong. Like if it hits, you got.
That might have been 15. Like, that might have been 15, Mark. But sure.
Yeah.
Who's counting?
Sorry,
it's like
if you hit, you win, man. I get it, but
yeah,
it's too rich for me.
It's absolutely a slam dunk. If he hits. All right, Jonathan Taylor, then AJ Brown.
Okay. Let's see here. So I got CeeDee Lamb. Do love Brock Bowers, but it's a little bit earlier than I want to take.
It's not. He's usually gone by now.
I know. It's
just a matter of, do you want to build with a tight end early build? And I get it. I don't typically do it. But it is one of those.
It's a mock. Let's have some fun with it.
It's a mock. Drew, what I'm really gonna do.
Come on.
No, it's. I mean, it was going to be him, or it was going to be, if I didn't take him. Well, I'll wait for him to go off the board, but it would have been a running back. Not that one. I do like Chase Brown, though.
Brown.
I do like Chase Brown, but not that one.
Yeah, that's a tad early for me for Chase Brown, but I do like him. It's close. So we're up at the what is that?
21. That was.
Yeah, it's pick
Bucky
21.
Irving.
That team
That was
now
who I would
has
have taken if I
Saquon and
didn't take.
Bucky Irving. So yeah, you're with
Yeah.
me, man. You're not worried about the Bucky, Rashad White still being there and like taking away from Bucky Irving. I think what we saw in the late season, the last few weeks, and then in the playoffs where they just tried to give everything they possibly could to Bucky Irving. I think White's going to have some games like you've mentioned, but I think Bucky Irving is clearly the guy. We do have Mr. Dave Eddy up. He's already got a Jahmyr Gibbs. Goes with Jackson Smith and Jigba. It's almost like we talked a lot this weekend, and he knows how awesome he is.
The other thing too with Rashad is he is kind of nursing this groin issue right now.
Yeah, I saw that.
So he's not participating in practice. You know, it's still early in preseason, so I'm not too concerned yet. But if this thing lingers on, you know, right up to the start of the season, I'm definitely dropping him down my boards a little bit more. I loved him as a later round value as it is, but if this is going to be there, it might be even later than I was thinking.
So there goes the second tight end off the board. So Mike now has Bijan Robinson and Trey McBride, arguably the two best players at their positions. By the way, there are a lot of people who think McBride is the one.
So AJ, if he'd have been there for one of your picks, would you have taken him? Trey McBride.
McBride.
Yeah.
I thought about it. Yeah.
Because Mike got him in the exact spot I love to take him, but he got him 4 picks earlier than I like to take him. I like to get him early in that third round. After I usually take JSN there, who's obviously gone, but I get it.
That's kind of where I was leaning for it. But am I?
I paused you just because I thought you were talking. But
you are up again. You are up again on the turns, but you got Jamar.
Yeah.
Josh,
gotta go with running back.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, he was not far off from me taking him at middle of the second
phenomenal
round.
pick. I'm surprised he's sitting there. It was
me too. I mean, that's why I was like, okay, make it down. Come on.
Yeah, and I'll say in King's Classic, so we had the 1-6. Dave and I did. It's a 14-team league, and Trey McBride got all the way back to us. I was really shocked. I usually wouldn't go that early tight end, but in the 14-team league, like those onesie positions, and as Corey coined it, get super premium, and it was weird. Like the quarterbacks didn't go premium at all. Quarterbacks waited forever, but the tight ends, the first 11 or 12 were gone by round 6. I'm like, man, I'm really glad we went early. Because it just started becoming you're reaching on anybody at that point. And we ended up only taking one because I was like, there's nobody left. Who cares? And I'm just going to rely on McBride, who has a week 9 or 8 bye, and I'll just figure it out until, at some point. So you went Ladd McConkey as your second pick.
Yeah. I'm playing into the 3 wide receiver, trying to really focus on that because usually I won't. And, I'm kind of just all over the place sometimes and it doesn't help, but, I'll usually be stronger in running back at that point, or I'll have gone early on a quarterback or possibly tight end, but usually I'm not really in the spots where I like to go for a McBride or a Bowers. Again, if he would have fallen to me, I probably would have grabbed him.
First quarterback goes off the board. The one who knocks, who I believe is staff writer Jason Weiss, plays in a bunch of leagues with me and a bunch of the Fantasy Six Pack people for years, has won many of them. And so the first quarterback goes off the board. That is technically a value for Josh Allen. It's just I get it. You get all industry people. We saw it at the Expo. It's just constantly quarterbacks getting pushed down the board. So yeah, that's what we're seeing in these these writer leagues is quarterbacks are getting stuff sent down the board, but these tight ends though are going early, and then they're just rapid fire going after a while. So it'll be
I am
interesting.
up here,
Where are you going?
middle of the third round. I've mentioned my disdain for the middle picks, and this is why, because I really wanted Tyreek Hill here, and he went 2 picks before me. I think we're all just kind of overly discounting Tyreek Hill, who's had 1,400 yards the last 2 seasons, and then last season dealt with a Tua Tagovailoa injury, and still only had 900 yards. I think this is a guy who was pretty much locked into the first round, and now you can get him in the third round. So that's who I wanted. Didn't happen. Happens. Now I got to figure out where I want to go. I could go.
There's one guy staring at me in the face for you, and I'm surprised I didn't go 7 picks ago.
For me?
For anybody.
Let's see here. I mean, I need a running back. I'm probably going to take Kyren Williams. I don't know if that's who we're talking about.
That's exactly who I'm talking about.
So like that's the logical pick for what I need here. Is I need Kyren Williams.
It's not even need. That's just the value pick for sure.
Yeah.
I've talked about how you could get him at the back of the second round. I think it's too early, but now here, middle of the third round, the value, the fact that he's going to get carries, I'm not worried about that. I think that 1,200 yards seems pretty locked in, and who knows? Like if Matt Stafford's hurt and they decide to run on the ball more, like that could even be more value. And like I'm not really worried about it then. So, yep, that's where I plan to go. So some of those quarterbacks are interesting though in this part of the draft.
Breece Hall goes next.
We talk about the Garrett Wilson pick. What do we think about that?
The only thing I'll say is that DJ Moore built it okay with Fields there. He's always got like one receiver who seems to do okay, and so that's all the Jets have is one receiver. So there you go.
Yeah.
I think he'll be okay. It's going to be a little underwhelming at times, but I think he'll be mostly fine. It's not like his quarterback has ever been awesome, and he's still been great.
Sure.
Marvin Harrison climbs up the board here, and we got our second quarterback, Lamar.
I'm not sure who pick 9 is, but he's been on auto the whole time, and that is absolutely like Corey would love that team. Like just watch Lamar and Devon H.
I don't actually know who that is either. Now that I'm looking at it, so Lamar, Mike Evans, Omarion Hampton went
rookies.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to double check, but I'm pretty sure this guy did not go. I know my first pick. If he's
then I'm not pausing
actually. Unless I missed it, but he should still be there.
Probably missed it.
I probably did because I'm.
Jamar Chase is off the board, Joe.
Yeah, I already took him. Hello.
It was Higgins. Higgins was gone.
Oh yeah, he's gone.
Oh yeah, he
went
right after McConkey.
Yeah. Please. So I do have to double pick here. I usually like to go hero RB. The boards. There's one guy that I like who's actually been climbing up the board, so I don't think it's as easy to do it that way anymore. That's why I really liked that build. One of my picks is absolutely going to be Devontae Adams. The second pick here.
You'd be going to.
Yeah, I don't love it. I think I'm going to go a little more balanced approach here because I really like one of the running backs. So I'm going to go Kenneth Walker.
Okay, I'll pick. There you go.
And then
All right.
I mean, I just have to hope the Stafford's not really out till week 10 because that's the truth. That pick sucks.
Well, yeah.
That's who I would have taken for your spot.
I actually
thought about it. I don't know.
I know you don't love taking the early tight ends. I do, so it's fine. But that's at the end of the third round or early in the fourth round. That's where I want George Kittle. So,
yeah.
Jalen Hurts. Whoa, wowzers goes before Jaden. Mark, you're gonna have to comment about that one, man. I don't know. I'm
As
shocked.
he should.
Gosh. Okay.
There
goes Jaden right next. So there you go. The big 4 off the board for
big 4.
Well, the big 4 quarterbacks. Like those are the big 4 quarterbacks. And then
except there's a big 5 and there's the 5th
except one. I don't think it should
I know
be.
You don't. Yeah, I know
Burrow is an awesome quarterback. I get it, but he does not belong in the same conversation as these running quarterbacks because we've seen it with Pat Mahomes. If he doesn't throw for 40 touchdowns, he's going to get nowhere near their point value.
But I think he throws for 40 touchdowns.
Fallen, so
maybe we'll see.
I mean, We were
Corey,
expecting
you are up
15 out of
again.
Jamar Chase, yeah, and T Higgins like 10. That's 25 there. I mean, I think he gets to. He's as likely as anybody to throw for 40 touchdowns, right? Like that's where it's at.
Sure.
So I get it.
I don't disagree with you there. It's just not. Yeah,
What do
I don't think he belongs in quite the same conversation as them.
I will. Sorry. I don't love the receivers.
So you've got CeeDee Lamb, Brock Bowers, and Kyron Williams.
I do. I don't love the receivers in this range. All the quarterbacks that interest me are gone. I mean, this is a half PPR. There's 2 running backs. I'm between. The extra half point in PPR makes it so. I'm just leaning into the volume, and I will go back to Alvin Kamara. I mean, 60 catches plus that. I don't think it's going to be a great offense, but I will take Alvin Kamara there. The other running back, I'm sure, will not be back. Maybe I don't think he's making it past AJ because I know AJ likes him too.
No,
so
he wouldn't.
So Devonta Smith goes next.
Who stay the course? Do we know who that is? Oh, that one hurt.
Good question.
That one hurt. I was hopeful.
Damn, McMillan.
We all love Tet. He's good. I used to be able to get Tet McMillan in the 6th round. Now I have to take him in the 4th round. It's getting very irritating.
No chance anymore.
Nice to meet you, Will. Cool.
Dave Eddie
there he is.
goes out and takes Chuba. Yeah, we were talking about Chuba Hubbard a lot this weekend, so I'm not surprised that
Chuba and Kamara was tight. I just went with Kamara with the catches, but Chuba's awesome. DJ Moore.
Good old DJ Moore. AJ, you are up. You've got Jamar Chase, Josh Jacobs, and Ladd McConkey.
Everyone I liked is gone.
I will pause it for you.
You got some fireball.
Nah, I mean,
queue, huh?
You're good?
I'm okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to just try to go balance here and double tap, receiver running back. May have to pivot off of that now, but probably not. I'll just go ahead and reach on this one. Not really a reach, but
not really anymore. He's climbing up the board, man.
He's right in Joe's face, though.
That's my boy.
It was. That
you know
was
how
part
excited I am.
Part of my.
There's no way he was coming back to me. I knew that. Not a chance.
No. Oof.
I was looking at like the ECR rankings, and Corey, I told you today I did my rankings, and I was like, everybody's like Swift has been flying up boards. I noticed I was the highest on him for a while, and I'm nowhere near the highest. So
yeah. All right. I'm just gonna go Mr. Reliable. To go with
Sutton. All right.
Might that one hurt too.
You are killing Corey
here. He wasn't making it past me. I was like,
was that the little thing in your background going? Oh, damn it.
It was either going to be my 2 guard targets after taking the running back were Sutton or McMillan. So it happens. Okay, let's see what we got here.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass when these people know what they're doing.
I know. We need the computer back in here,
or they've just listened.
Just
to
take
it
like 6 kickers.
Yeah, that's true too.
Terry McLaurin.
Oh, there is
Jameson Williams. I'm not shocked that Dave took him. He was trying to get me to take JMO a little early in both of our drafts this past weekend, and I was like, I like him, but I think he's a little inconsistent. And even the Detroit Lions guy that I talked to, that episode will come out, agrees with me. He's awesome. Overall, he's gonna have you're gonna see the end of the year numbers. You're gonna be like, yeah, he's great, but it just gonna feel very underwhelming at times. So there's that. I did get a Travion Henderson mixed in there. I think I missed calling that pick out.
Yeah, Travion.
Jameson Williams. Oh, we already talked about Williams.
So you got Bowers. Who else you got here? Let me scroll this down a little bit. Lamb, Bowers, Kyron, Alvin, Kamara. So Seems like you should be going receiver, but let's see. Jalen Waddle. Yeah.
You know I like
All
him.
right. Yep. You and me
Same
both.
reason I like Tyreek Hill.
Little bounce back season for him. We talked about him a bunch on the show. Look, if we like Hill to have a bounce back season, and I think there's way more red flags for Tyreek Hill than there are Waddle.
Yeah.
Some of the underlying numbers for him were just plain old bad last year. Waddle wasn't great, but he got outproduced just because Jonnu Smith took a boatload of targets there. Oh, we got the Travis Hunter pick. Pause this for a second with Travis Hunter. I want to just, or would it get to me? Just pause it. I'll just talk. But Travis Hunter, to me, is just somebody I just don't really want to bother at this ADP. Talk to the Jags guy. That episode is out, and they're talking like at max. He's on the field for like 80% of the snaps with the offense. Like, I don't know. Do we really want an 80% snap guy in the 5th round? I don't. An 80% snap guy for a receiver who isn't guaranteed to touch the ball. You get an 80% snap guy for a running back, sure. For a receiver, wide receiver 2, I don't know, man. That's risky to me. A lot of these guys are already, you're talking about these guys probably in the 90s, percent snap count for a receiver at this point. I just don't really think it's worth it. Maybe I'll be wrong. I don't want the risk. So I am up, though. I do have Derrick Henry, Drake London, Kenneth Walker III, and Devontae Adams. By the way, Walker is another guy you could have gotten like a lot later, like a month and a half ago when we were talking about the ADP earlier on. Walker was like 4th, 5th round. Now he's 3rd, 4th round. That's drastically different. And I'm talking like the turn on the 4-5. Like that's where you could get him. It's no more. Actually, no. When I was doing the 10, I could get him on the 5-6 turn. The ADP is just soared with him, and rightfully so. That offense is going to be very run heavy, and Kubiak. It looks like they really want to feed Walker the ball again. So I'm looking up here. Got the 2 running backs, 2 receivers. Top tight end on the board is Laporta. Not interested, especially with the recent injury. Top quarterback. I'm out after the top 5 go this early, top 4 especially. If Burrow falls another round or so, I'm in, but he never does. So back to the wide receiver or the running back here. I'm just gonna double tap here, and I like both these guys. I'm gonna go with Rome. Actually, let me look at this 1 second. I'm gonna go Ridley's 1. So let me get my pick out of the way here and give myself an extra few seconds. Ridley is for sure 1. I just think the volume's going to be there. You're hearing pretty good things from camp. I know it says camp, but you're hearing pretty good things there. Rashee Rice probably would have been 1. But actually, I'm going to go with George Pickens as my flex there.
Okay.
There we go.
I kind of hate you guys, just so you know.
I saw him sitting there, and I was like, "Wait a minute, let me go check my rankings."
Are you gonna take Pickens and Lamb?
I would, yeah, I'd take it. I don't care. Just get Dak later on. Boom, never losing. Do you have any Cowboys fans in here? Come on, shoot me out.
Probably. They're always somewhere.
Braden, they're good.
Exactly.
So I think I missed the James Conner and the Rashee Rice, which went.
And Worthy.
I don't know, man. I posted on Twitter today. I actually think the AJ, your camera is off or something. I actually think the fact that his sentencing or the hearing got delayed 4 weeks into the season is bad, because once they have the hearing, it could take 2 weeks to have the decision. If he actually gets suspended, which is being like rumored, like 8 weeks, he's missing fantasy playoff. He's missing basically the rest of the season for you at that point. So you got him for the first 5-6 weeks of the season. If he does go right away, and it is 8 weeks, okay, so he 5 weeks, misses a bye week in there, he comes back like right before the fantasy playoffs. That's a tough guy to roster this year, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't want that risk.
I'm not. I don't mind that value at the end of the 5th round, but you gotta back it up real early. Like you better have a plan because, like you said, I think you're probably getting with September 30th being the hearing. I think you probably get 6 weeks out of him, and then I wouldn't bank on having him the second half of the season, which is weird.
Yeah.
Like sometimes we talk about this, but you can't plan on having him there. So after you picked Pickens, my guy, Rome went. Chris Olave went,
who you don't like.
We don't like.
I'm
Laporta, that's an auto, and a week ago that's fine. I'm a little worried about the injury. He would have probably been like in the 7th round for me. Interesting. RJ Harvey is you just have to. If you have a conviction that RJ Harvey is a starter over J.K. Dobbins, it's fine. And then Hawkinson here, another tight end. I mean, I've said I still need another receiver or a flex. I have CD Lamb, Jalen Waddle at receiver, Brock Bowers. I have a tight end early, so you can think of him like another receiver. And Kyron and Kamara, I like the workload. I am actually going to fill my flex spot with a running back who I talked about how I like him filling the Najee Harris role with all the workload that he's going to get. And I am going to take Caleb Johnson to be my flex, as I think that he is another one who's got a solidified workload.
And I will preview the Steelers show that I did. I asked him directly.
Is Corey right? That's what you said, right?
Thinks basically is yes, because he watches all of our podcasts. It is it sounded like Caleb Johnson's pretty locked into that running, the true like running back role, right? And Jaylen Warren is going to see a bit of an uptick from what we saw in years past, but it's not going to be like the 1-2 downs when it is running situations. Almost 100% will be Caleb Johnson. So
it's Arthur Smith as the coach, so the running situations are as the offensive coordinator, so the running situations will be prevalent because the man loves to run the football. So I'm in.
Yeah.
Baker.
I will say. Remind me to tell you the other thing that the Steelers guy said at the end of the show. If one of their tight ends, if one of their tight ends gets picked, then I'll say it. But if not, I will say what he shared then too.
Okay.
It was very shocking, but I don't want to give it away. Bit of Tony Pollard, Baker Mayfield. That is me and Dave Eddie's quarterback in both the auction and the snake. We also doubled down with Mike Evans in both, not on purpose, just kind of fell that way. But hey, I'm all in apparently. Oh, Pacheco. All right, I guess I knew he wouldn't come back. That's kind of a
well, that sucks.
David Montgomery, and now it is AJ who's got Jamar Chase, Josh Jacobs, Ladd McConkey, DeAndre Swift, Cortland Sutton. Got a nice little pattern there.
Here.
Like the candy stripe.
I mean, yeah. All right. Well, I'm doing it. Here we go.
Travis Kelce. All right.
I mean, I was hoping Hawk was going to fall, but once Laporta went, I kind of thought he probably wouldn't. So then I was turning my focus to Pacheco and Montgomery, and both of them went. So here I sit, brokenhearted.
Broke your streak.
Went to burp, but only farted. So
I feel like if you're gonna go with like a something like an idiom like that, you have to use like a Taylor Swift song. Speaking of that, shout out to my greatest piece of content I've ever written for the Fantasy Six Pack, which is a overrated
seconds, AJ.
All right, whatever. Tag team back again.
I actually dig that. I like that, man. I was looking at it. I was like, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? And he totally did.
I was gonna take
sorry, Corey.
No. Shout out everybody. Read the overrated players. I think it was called Overrated Players, and Travis Kelce, where I snuck in 6 Taylor Swift titles, and it's one of the greatest pieces of content I've ever written. So make sure you check that out. Did you see she was on their podcast?
Yeah,
it did.
I
don't know. I haven't
listened to it, but apparently it like broke YouTube TV for a while.
Sure. Everybody thought there was going to be some huge announcement, like either they were like engaged or like I don't know, a new album or something. And it was like,
well, she does have
none
a
of
new
this.
album coming out.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Oh,
guess
man.
that's where they thought
October
it was going to
3rd.
happen. Bo Nix, Stefan Diggs.
This is the hard hitting fantasy analysis / Taylor Swift analysis you get here at the Fantasy Six Pack.
Hell yeah.
Right.
I'm not
Yeah, I toyed with between Knicks and Mahomes, depending on who I got when I was, or who was going to be there when I took Kelsey.
Oh my!
I was
Matthew
leaning
Golden.
heavily.
Oh, brother, that you dude, you're gonna make Corey quit.
Oh man,
this is
okay.
bad.
I need to pause here.
I need a minute.
So the Matthew Golden moving up into the 7th round is killing me here because I used to get another one. I could get him like in the 10th round, but Matthew Golden looks awesome. Packers camp. Get all the videos around here, so I'm assuming everyone else sees it. I love it. I was going to take Matthew Golden. That was going to be wide receiver 3 here. Okay. Repivot. I will go, instead of taking the upside of Matthew Golden, I will go with the floor play, and I'll take Jacoby Myers. Not as exciting. Can't make any golden puns.
We didn't say anything, so
no golden puns,
Yeah.
but Jacoby Myers, it is what it is.
I'm just messing with you.
I guess you could say after my Jamar Chase pick and debating on what I was going to do running wise, I did go the anti-hero route and did not take any of that.
I don't remember if I got that one.
There we go. There we go. We gave him a few minutes, but he figured one out.
He's got it.
I'm into it now.
Jordan Addison pick there. I know he's missing a few games, but it should be.
So did you see all the Twitter stuff about pairing Jordan Addison and Rashee Rice? Where you're getting Rashee Rice during Jordan Addison's suspension, and then when Rashee Rice gets suspended, Jordan Addison is there. I saw that multiple people.
But you got to draft both of them early. What a waste of two.
I saw a couple people saying it's a genius idea. Like you take Rashee Rice first, a couple rounds later you draft Jordan Addison, and you play Rashee Rice while Addison's out, and then when Rashee Rice gets suspended, Addison's there to save you. I was like, wow.
Emeka Egbuka. Holy smokes! Juwan Jennings. All right, so I've got a couple picks that I'm going to make here.
I don't have a problem.
So I gotta type them into the board. Hang on, because they're not going to show up here. The ADP on them is not as high. So one is going to be Quinshon Judkins.
Yeah, he was in my queue.
I believe he's going to sign any day now. I think he's going to be the lead back there. I don't think there's any way around it. There's just no way. And unless he got picked and I didn't see it because I'm not good at keeping up with everything. Oh, I have. That's why I can't find him. It's Ricky Pearsall. I talked about him being one of my favorite sleepers in one of our podcasts, and with everything going on with the other 49ers receivers, he's kind of it now. I think he's still. I kind of think he's the best receiver they have. I really do. There's some guys on the board who I think you could argue easily ahead of him, but I think it's close enough that hey, I'm going to take the upside with those guys over some of the safer picks in front of them. So I'm sitting here now with Derrick Henry. Let me open this up a little more. Derrick Henry, Drake London, Kenneth Walker, Devontae Adams, Calvin Ridley, George Pickens, Quinshon Judkins, and Ricky Pearsall through 8 rounds. I slightly am in love with this team. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty awesome.
And kind of in hindsight, I wish I'd gone Matthew Golden in the 6th round and taken Quinshon Judkins in the 7th round. It's okay. We're cool. Brian Robinson, good pick. Tyler Tracy, good pick. Jalen Warren, good pick. Those are all good picks.
Yep. Brian Robinson and Tracy were the 2 running backs who I was thinking about. I think they're safer. Even Jalen Warren to some degree is safer. But I think he is the clear RB2 on that team. He's just going to be a very heavily used RB2. He's a passing back guy. So in a PPR league, maybe you throw him in front of Judkins for sure. Brian Robinson and Tracy is debatable who the RB1 is on that team. We still not totally sure. So it is what it is. There goes Jerry Jeudy. I think I crossed him off my board a while ago. I was expecting him to be gone. Khalil Shakir dealing with a little bit of an injury himself. If he's not ready by week 1, it's probably going to be pretty early. Corey, you are up.
So I have 3 running backs: Kyron, Kamara, Caleb Johnson. I have 3 receivers, and I have a tight end. I am looking at. I'll take Jordan Mason. I've said before, I think Aaron Jones is fine. I think Jordan Mason by the end of the year is a starting running back for the Minnesota Vikings. So I want to get a running backs early, and then I will fill in the rest of the spots later. So I want to make sure preferably I have 4 running backs in the first, what are we at, round 8 here? Round 9, I guess, is the real round. I want to make sure I have 4 running backs by. So I could have waited another round and got another one, but I want 4 in the first 9 rounds.
There are a boatload of running backs I like late. But what I also found out at King's Classic was everybody likes to say running backs late. So it's hard to get some of them.
They thin out so quickly, though. By the time you hit like round 11, it thins out in a hurry in running back. I think
it's a weird thing. So like we did those draft strategy articles, Corey, and what I noticed is that I like to get one of the top running backs for sure. Then I'm happy like just loading up on receivers for a few more rounds, and then I can go back to running back. The board didn't quite fall to me that way here. I went back to running back a little bit earlier, but as you can see, I went receiver, got another running back, then right back to receiver. I think what happens is the receivers that you can rely on just fall off like a rock. And then like there's almost no upside with some of the late receivers. To where the late running backs, there's a lot of, at least there's like some upside with some of those guys. Like you just one thing happens and they're like, boom, their value skyrockets. So that happens a lot. Joe Mixon goes off the board. We are all in the dark still about what's happening with Joe Mixon.
It's a good pick though. At that point, it's a great pick. Like at that round, at that spot, like it's a great pick.
I like it. He's got that team has Bijan, McBride, Higgins, DJ Moore, McLaurin, Montgomery, Bo Nix, and Joe Mixon. AJ, you have taken Javonte Williams.
Yeah,
I believe we have both taken a Dallas Cowboy. By the way,
yeah, that hurts all of the.
No Eagles, no Commanders. I'm just saying.
You got 10 seconds. If you need to pause, we can.
Nope. I was toying
J.K. Dobbins.
I was short on running back, obviously. So, with going like Kelsey Mahomes stack.
You're short on receivers. Maybe you've only got 3.
Yeah. Well, there's receivers that can find late. Running backs, as we were just talking
about. You not hear what I was just saying?
Completely thinning out.
Michael Pittman goes. I'm sorry, everybody, but I'm just out on the Colts receivers. Like, did we see how bad the quarterback play was for the Colts preseason game? It wasn't good. Justin Fields, I love it. Dave Eddy,
he's the man.
Feeling my thunder. He knows.
Justin Fields
Cooper
is good.
Kupp. Only because he sat next to me in a draft room all weekend.
That's why Justin Fields is good?
No, why Dave Eddy is good. I thought you were saying because he's good.
Okay.
I hope Dave's
Coleman's
still
off the
listening.
board.
Coleman goes.
We are getting to an interesting range here. What pick are we at?
We are
101?
indeed.
Yeah, it is.
Pick 102, actually. You are pick 102 to Chris Godwin.
I'll take my injury chance here on Chris Godwin. We are now at pick 102 for a guy who was the top scoring wide receiver in this format through the time he got injured last season. So it could be 4 weeks. It could be longer than that. It could be week 1. We haven't gotten a whole lot of indications yet. So at a pick 100 outside the top 100 to say starting back up to begin the season, that's fine.
Zach Charbonnet.
I almost took Charbonnet when I took Mason. That would have been the one I took. So Thank you all for participating, everyone. This is awesome.
Yes.
This is flying. I actually did not like. I know some of it would have been because of us. We're talking, and it probably would go faster if we weren't talking as much. But it's been good.
Thank you.
It's still moving along pretty well. So,
Did we really get a defense? Oh, that's an auto pick. Do we want to undo that and make sure it's not a defense?
Just let him have it.
That's why we don't auto. That's why you don't auto pick, folks. You should have turned off defenses. Actually, didn't think about that.
Did it? I know it was an auto pick, but would it have been in his queue?
Probably not.
I don't think he's here. I think he's the one guy who told me he was not going to be here, and he's just.
That's Nick.
Which is fine. Tyler Warren.
Tyler Warren. I was waiting for that one to go.
Yeah, I like Warren a lot.
He made a couple of decent plays in the preseason game, but again, I have a tough time trusting that Colts.
Yeah, but I feel like I trust him more than the actual
Josh.
No one listening to Joe at all here. Just Colt after Colt after Colt passes.
Yeah.
Apparently, yeah. Jaden Reed. I have quite the decision here. I kind of want to tap into the quarterback or tight end here. I'm not really sure which one I feel like is more important. Two guys are staring at me in the face. I could just double tap both here and not worry about it. But I think it's one of the last rushing quarterbacks on the board. And it's Kyler Murray. I'm going to take him. And then I love how the music still plays if it gets there. Like onto your next pick, it's like stop.
Yeah, keeps going.
It's like, just stop. Please stop. I'm just going to go ahead and grab one of the tight ends and David Njoku. I think look, if it is Joe Flacco as the starting quarterback, we know how much he used Njoku when they were there, and so that was awesome. If it does somehow be Shedeur Sanders, I'm not gonna lie, I was really impressed with what I saw with Shedeur Sanders. I know it's a preseason game, take it with a grain of salt, but I think that was way better than anybody thought it was gonna be. Am I wrong?
How dare you say anybody thought? I bet you Dion thought he was going to probably never throw an incompletion in the NFL history. So, we were talking about that this weekend at the Expo. Everybody was like, "Holy cow!"
So,
and really good.
I was just going to ask, will auto pick a kicker?
Oh, brother! All right, well, ignore that team. Jesus. All right, we're gonna kill it after 10 rounds.
It's not terrible.
I think we do 12.
We're already at 53.
Okay, we can stop at 10. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah,
there's a couple guys left. We could just talk about like who's interesting that's left, and then you did the full 18.
I just clicked with the auto, but thanks for it, dude. Trey Benson's a good pick.
Trey Benson, I like it. We tried to, and I'm because there's two teams. I'm forgetting if we were able to land him this weekend. I know we went hard after him, but everybody's sort of into the same sleepers in the room. There's a lot of smart minds there. So, where are we headed?
Where are we going here?
You do not have a quarterback left, and I know you don't care.
I do not care. I would have taken Kyler, by the way. That would have been the one I would have taken.
Yeah,
if he'd have been here, I would have taken Kyler.
I think Vishal Tootin.
I'll take Vishal Tootin, the 4th round running back. They had a lot of success. Liam Cohen had a lot of success with the 4th round running back last year, and Bucky Irving. And so we still don't like Jacksonville's backfield is one that's just fascinating to me with ETN and Tootin and Tank Bigsby all there at the same time. ETN went earlier. I don't remember where he went. He went earlier. He went right after I took Jordan Mason. Bigsby's still there, but I think ETN will get the original start the season, but I do think another one where kind of like Jordan Mason, where I think I wouldn't be shocked if 4 or 5 weeks in, Vishal Tootin's leading that team in carries. So I take my shot.
Yeah, I can see it.
Jadon Blue, Dalton Kincaid. I'm not searching for the kickers and the defenses in my rankings. Sorry, I'm not going to cross them off.
Did you see that? Was it the Jaguars kicker knocking a 70-yarder in preseason?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It was.
That is wild.
I retweeted it and said I know who my 101 is.
There's the final Jaguars wide running back right there. So between
there he goes.
8-8
They all go in
and
the same
10-11,
range.
they all go in the same range. One of them, maybe two of them will be valuable. I don't know.
The ultimate handcuff that
Yep. I thought about that too.
Did not go to the CMC manager, Isaac Garendo.
Yeah.
Although he's dealing with an injury right now too.
And he's got a foot thing going on.
So that's not good.
Yeah.
But
all right,
he was a favorite.
Of yours? Yeah, he's a favorite of all of us.
Everybody in the room.
Yeah.
Where is my guy? Hold on.
Give me a pause.
Yeah, let's just
this is the end of it anyways.
Kill it here.
Boom. Oh, come on.
Oh, my bad.
Did you already pause it?
There you go.
There we go.
Rashad Bateman. All right. Let's kill it.
Start a podcast, Bateman.
Yeah. You only did it for that joke.
I didn't. I just actually thought about that afterwards. I was like, oh yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's gonna be it.
Read your team off.
Gonna be it for the mock.
I think we should read our teams off.
All right. Well,
AJ
I'll go first since I went first, anyways.
I'm just mentioning.
Yeah, 1-1 Jamar Chase, 2-12 Josh Jacobs, followed by Ladd McConkey, then taking DeAndre Swift at 4, Courtland Sutton at 5, double tap the Chiefs at 6 and 7 with Kelsey Mahomes, followed it up with a double tap running back of Javonte Williams and J.K. Dobbins, and then finished it out with Rashad Bateman.
You like it?
I do. I mean, I feel like the running backs are a little weak, but overall, I think it's a pretty good team. Those guys are going to get some receptions. They're not like huge target hogs, but they'll help out a little bit there. But Chase is just a monster regardless. McConkey, I think, is going to have a really nice second season. And Sutton is just super reliable. So I'm into it.
I think if I could evaluate your team real quick, I like it overall. I think the one place that I would not have done what you did is take the Kelsey Mahomes stack. I get having it, but I think it hurt your depth a little bit. You could have gotten a Diggs. You could have gotten a Matthew Golden. You could have gotten a Jacoby Myers or something like that. And I know we don't love him, right? But Aaron Jones, like, he's still there. He could have helped your depth tremendously. And there's a ton of tight ends and quarterbacks that are going later that are going to be right around the same range of these guys. I'm not really sure we're ever getting the Kelsey that we had before. So I think if you would swap that up, your team would feel a lot like safer to where now you kind of have to rely on a Javonte Williams being the guy, which he could be not, could be for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Who knows, right?
It's going to be
Dobbins,
an interesting offense.
Dobbins.
Same thing with Dobbins.
Again, it's a split there from what we've understood so far. So I think that's where that hurt your depth at both of those positions, and the fact that you only had the 3 receivers early on in a 3 receiver league. I would have liked a backup before I took a tight end like a Kelsey or an Andrews even, who went a little bit later. But that would be it. Otherwise, I liked the first 4 picks for sure. 5 picks. Sorry.
I kind of had to pivot, excuse me, with the huge run on running backs and Pacheco and Montgomery both going right before my pick. I would rather have Bo Nix over Mahomes, and that was I would rather have that stack with Sutton than with Kelsey. But I was just trying to fill out the roster too, and then I agree though there was some receiver depth there that I really like going in that next round. So yeah, well, you were the mock.
You were trying to fill out the roster, and I didn't fill my roster out, as I am the only team who did not draft a quarterback. I believe, did the team in 11th? Oh, yeah, he did too. So the only team who did not get a quarterback, which is not all that uncommon for me. So my draft went from pick 6. I drafted CeeDee Lamb. Then I backed him up with Brock Bowers in the second round at tight end, the top tight end. Then 2 running backs, Kyron Williams and Alvin Kamara, Jalen Waddle in the 5th round, Caleb Johnson in the 6th round, Jacoby Myers in round 7, another running back in round 8, and Jordan Mason, Chris Godwin injured in round 9, and Bashal Tutin in round 10. So, of course, like I said, did not get a quarterback. Probably would have taken I would have taken Kyler Murray had he been there. Joe not taking him in the 10th round there. Otherwise, I would, like in round 12 or something, I'd probably take, one of the guys we talk about
would you
all
have
the
taken
time.
Fields if he had gotten to you at 9?
No.
No, you're out.
I would have taken him if he was then in round 10.
Okay.
I'd have
Oh,
taken
okay.
him.
So you got Kyler. Okay. I've got
I still have Kyler ahead of Justin Fields,
Okay.
but that's kind of, otherwise I'd just probably wait another round and take one of, the Jordan Love, CJ Strouds, JJ McCarthy's that I talk about all the time. But I kind of like my team. I maybe it always looks different when you take a tight end early, and which I do a lot. It always feels like your receivers are a little weak, but then you consider, okay, well, Brock Bowers is going to deliver, but I expect him to deliver 1,200 yards, 100 catches, and 10 touchdowns, or 6 touchdowns, 8 touchdowns, something like that, which makes it look a lot better. So yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean that's the only thing, and like David and I were saying the same thing about our Kings Classic League. Like you look at it and you're like, oh, it like the depth isn't great, and then you're like, oh, but we took McBride in the second. It's still so hard to feel good about it, but you hit it spot on. Like it's the same kind of feeling. All right, so I had the 12th pick, Derrick Henry, Drake London, Kenneth Walker III, Devontae Adams, Calvin Ridley, George Pickens, Quinshawn Junkins, Ricky Pearsall, finish off with Kyler and the Njoku. I like to see him. I've actually got Henry in like a couple picks earlier, especially in half PPR. But the receiver run in that round early on kind of caught me off guard, which is why I thought like Brian Thomas was there, or maybe a Nico or a St. Brown would have been there in a half PPR league, but they weren't. So I went with the next best, Drake London. I don't like to double tap running back. I think it might have worked here. Who would I have been left with? I would have been left with a Adams and then like a Devontae Smith or like a nah. I don't think it would have worked out as well had I double tapped running back, and then I would have had to go all receivers almost the rest of the way. I just don't like who would have been there for me at the 3-4 to hit both. If it had been like an Adams and an Evans, yeah, but that probably wouldn't have happened, right? So you can't do that. I think London is one of these guys next year that we could be talking about as an early first round pick. Like I really think he's got it in him, especially volume hog there in Atlanta. Walker's a guy who we've been talking about a lot, and he's been climbing the draft boards, and you gotta go get him now. Like you can't think, oh, now it's too early for him. I think maybe even mid 3rd round could be viable for him at this point. I wouldn't go much higher than that. Then he's getting into like the Kyron Williams range, and I don't think I'd go there. Adams is a bit risky with the Stafford news. AJ keeps dropping off here. I don't know what happens. Are you kicking him out? AJ, you went back in? Wave? Okay. I don't know what I'm not pressing.
I don't know what's going on. No, my camera, my screens have been like kind of flickering a little bit, but I don't know.
And then Ridley and Pickens. I know Pickens is the number 2 there. We know how good this guy is. Talk to the Dallas beat writer, and it's just been amazing what Pickens has been able to do, and like him and Lamb just working together have been amazing. That's gonna make it's gonna help Lamb out even more. And Pickens has never played with a guy like Lamb's. It's just gonna be amazing. Really, it should be like the only target there in Tennessee, and it might be rocky at times with a rookie quarterback, but hey, take that at that point. And then Junkins is obviously the kind of like, whoa, what pick? But if you've listened to the news today, he's going to sign soon. They've basically, they've dropped all the charges. They're not going to pursue anything. And then Ricky Pearsall, Yeah, it's just one of those, like, I get what you would take Judy or Shakir, and again, I think they're a little bit safer. Pearsall has like a much higher ceiling than them, in my opinion. I think there's just a lot of unknowns with the 49ers receivers at this point, and he's the one at camp practicing and playing and healthy and stuff like that. So I'll take it. And then Kyler was my, last of the real running quarterbacks left. I know like Drake May and some of these guys have a little bit of rushing ability, but they don't have the upside that Murray does with the running ability. I know they're probably better passers than him, but hopefully with Harrison, supposed to be much better this year, that changes things. And I've now, I'm a big fan of McBride, so there we go. And then the Njoku, I said it too. He's just a target hog in that offense, especially with Joe Flacco. And then, hey, maybe Shooter gets the keys at some point, and he looked all right, man. He looked all right. You never know. So I like this team. I really do. I really like how it came together at the 12.
Yeah, I like your team. I said you took a couple guys that I was interested in taking. Especially George Pickens. That one was irritating. But yeah, good job.
I like
best
pick of the sure.
You can disagree with some of it. I don't care. Sorry, what?
Best pick of the draft, Jake Bates in the 10th.
Easily. I mean, it's a toss-up between that and Baltimore defense.
I was going to say, AJ does love his defenses, so if we'd have just gotten like that team,
I do, but I'm not going that early for one.
Okay.
Best pick of the draft may end up being CMC, right? Falling to 15, but it's risky. It's super risky. But we know he can be the 1-1, like if he's right.
All those running backs, like in that range, right? Like Ashton Genty, maybe he just is awesome, right? Maybe they give him 300 carries and he touches the ball 50 times.
After his first preseason game, we sure anymore?
I don't care about preseason.
3 carries, negative 1 yards or whatever it was.
I don't care. Christian McCaffrey could easily be number 1. Could be 1-1. Devon Achane could be 1-1. I mean, who was it? One of our guys was going to do it. So me and you texted and we said, what if he just takes the Christian McCaffrey workload? What if they give him 18 carries a game and he catches 70 passes? Like, he could do it. And Jonathan Taylor, if he just stayed healthy, like Jonathan Taylor stays healthy and plays all 17 games, he's pretty much going to run for 1,400 yards. I don't think there's much way he doesn't, and adds 40 catches. So any of those guys could be at the top. I think that's very possible if they all hit their outcomes.
Yeah.
Any picks we didn't like?
Of our
this is not us trying to be mean. Any of our teams. We can be mean. Like, I'm not hating on it.
Yeah, I'm looking around. I'm looking around to see someone like that. I don't know if I would have done that.
I'm not picking Garrett Wilson around 3. We already talked about that one. I wouldn't take him there.
I'm okay with it. I don't love it though. I have dropped Puka in my drafts, but I realized that was an auto draft. So it is.
I don't like Zay Flowers in round 5. I don't like
Zay Flowers guys.
I would put Zay Flowers behind Xavier Worthy. I take Rasheed Rice ahead of him, even though I know he's going to get suspended. Calvin Ridley, Pickens. I take all those guys ahead of him. Matthew Golden, I probably not, but that's the range where I would put Zay Flowers.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, do like honestly, Flowers. He's just a little too boom and bust.
It's just not. The offense just isn't built to make him. He's just not consistent.
No.
I think. Yeah. We talked about it as soon as it happened. The Travis Hunter and then the Jordan Addison. It's just that's a lot of risk on your receiving core. Addison, we know, is already out, and even when he's in, he's boom bust, right? And then Hunter, we just don't know. I still just feel like we just don't know with him.
That's an interesting team, though. He had 5 receivers in the first 8 rounds.
Yeah,
that was Charbonnet and Benson, though, man. That's
I think you can
RB
take those risks, though.
Hero RB.
you can take the risk with Hunter and Addison because you have 2 freaking 1-1s, and Neighbors and Brown. So they're just top notch.
That team is just hoping that one of Kenneth Walker or James Conner gets hurt, and then it looks real pretty all of a sudden. Because if Kenneth Walker wasn't there, Charbonnet's a top 3-round pick. But
at the same time, though, who's his real wide receiver 3? Who do you really feel super good in as wide receiver 3?
I mean,
Maybe
who I
you
think
know.
feels
Not drafted yet.
super good. I feel Khalil Shakir is just so weird for me, but I think he's
In a PPR league, I'm
fine.
totally fine with him. In a half PPR, I don't
I think
really
he's
care. He's
fine
just
as
not
a
going to do
wide
it.
receiver 3 at that point. And Jordan Addison, I don't know. It's okay. It's early for me. I'm just probably not going to get him there, but I get that that's where you're probably going to have to take him. So I don't know. I don't dislike that way to go about it. That hero running
Stay
back
the
there.
course's receivers are also very interesting. Tyreek Hill, who I am out on.
So where would you take Tyreek, and why are just like?
I'm probably not taking him till after like the Devontae Adams range.
Okay.
At least that far. There's a lot of metrics in his route running and everything last year that just wasn't good. And I'm not really sure his head is all there at this point. Like some of the things he said at his press conferences are a little wacky.
Yeah.
McMillan, talented, but we saw it in college. Like he kind of failed to like separate and things like that. It's kind of like, oh no, like the guy overhyped because he just put up like monster numbers against pretty average athletes in time in college,
game?
Right? I was not paying attention to that one. No, did he put on a show?
He looked good. He looked like he's going to feed just fine. Like I'm not worried about
Matthew Golden has looked good, but again, we talked about it. That Green Bay receiving room is always crowded, and it's just who knows sometimes. And then there's Cooper Kupp, and it's like I don't know, man.
I like some of these players. I do not want 4 rookies on his team. That's a big ask.
It's a
big ask. You have Ted McMillan, Travion Henderson, Matthew Golden, and Cam Scatteraboo.
A lot of young bucks, man. And I know rookies have been performing, but they hit on 4. Wow, that is strange. That's why I'm not sure that's my favorite. That's probably my least favorite team outside of the auto pick defense and kicker team.
The best kicker.
Sure. I mean, that's the Jacksonville kid now, right?
That's right. Exactly.
I mean, it's got to be that guy. That guy got to be like the first kicker drafted off the board. You hit a 70-yarder,
you get bumped up. I think. Do we have any news and notes that we should cover here?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I guess we should take this off the board here, right? Let's do this. Excuse me. There was some stuff. There was some stuff on the sheet which I don't actually have up, but we did get the Quinshon Junkin news, Rashee Rice news that he's gonna have his hearing delayed or whatever,
September 30th. So he'll play. So that's interesting. 4 weeks.
Oh, and the Browns going back in the well some more, signing Isaiah Bond. The Texas receiver who got a lot of pre-draft hype and then all the legal troubles and all that stuff. And now he's not getting, his stuff pursued anymore. So the Browns are like, yeah, screw it. We're all in. Let's go.
What's that? You have legal issues?
Happening here, man?
Come on in.
Oh man.
There was a couple other things on the sheet which I didn't bring up.
Najee Spears is out for a few weeks with a sprained ankle. Alexander Madison is out for the season with
James Cook signed
neck surgery. I'm assuming, James Cook.
He signed.
Said James Cook signed.
James Cook finally signed. What was it like? What was the? We put something in the Discord, and I thought it was kind of funny.
You got 4 years, $48 million.
Yeah, it was like 4 years, $48 million. But the tweet from Tom Pellisario was he had 48% of the snaps last season. He played 48% of the snaps last season. I did not realize that. Christian Crespo, he got 1 million per snap percentage played. That's wild.
So the Madison injury is interesting though, because I just pulled a random article that said the Dolphins, it says Dolphins must pursue Devin Singletary trade after the injury.
Just play Jalen Wright. just play Jalen
Yeah.
right. He's so good.
It sounds like ESPN reported Miami intended to work out former NFL touchdown leader Jamal Williams, of course, on Monday. But even if they sign him, this article thinks they should still pursue Singletary. I mean, I don't see why the Giants wouldn't move Singletary. He was a complete bust last year, after starting off kind of hot and being, I was a big fan of him last year. I tried to get him late everywhere I could. And then, he just fell off. Tracy took over, and then, now they got Scatabo there. I just don't see playing time for him this year. I don't know where he's going to fit in there. So if he doesn't get cut, I think they should at least try to trade him.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. There's going to be some moves. There's always some late preseason stuff that happens. That's always it's going to be interesting. So we'll have to see. But I think that's it for me. You guys got anything else, or close it out?
Should I make an official actual pick for an actual league live on the air? I am up in the college league.
Yes, you should. I was just going to tell you.
I am up in the college league here. Of course, I have the best team. I mean, that's without saying. So let's see here.
Go that far. There's been rumors that people are scared of my team. So
okay, you see that. I will.
You're like, sure.
I will. We have.
You're like me, man. I have no idea.
5 rounds left. I have 1, 2.
Is that all we have?
4 running backs. I only have 3 receivers. I need receivers.
1, 2, 3.
Surprise, AJ.
I only have 4.
I'll take Chris Hilton, hoping that I get the top receiver at LSU. It's either going to be him or Nick Anderson. So LSU, team that throws the ball all the time, already got Garrett Nussmeier, 6-point per passing touchdown league.
We're
doubling down.
College fantasy football. Only on Fantrax. Go do it.
All right.
If you haven't done it, man, fantrax.com/fantasy6pack. Create your free account today. It's worth it. If you want to be good at fantasy football and know these rookies, especially if you play Dynasty, you have to play college fantasy football. For like 3 years, I didn't know who any of these people. And last year, coming into the draft, I'm like, whoa, I know everybody finally. It was awesome.
It was like
Jamie, I didn't see this comment. Do I want to bring No. Absolutely not.
I was just gonna say it's your
I know.
Mother, right?
It did feel weird to say my name on air, my last name on air about somebody else. It was kind of weird.
Yeah.
I love that Isaiah Bond leans into the 007 thing too. It's like his Twitter account is like Isaiah 007 Bond.
Oh my gosh.
You should
all right, so next
literally
week,
one up him with your 008.
Aha!
There it is.
So next week we're going to be jumping in to some rankings review. That'll be fun. And then the last week, 2 weeks from now, talk about some of these guys who we're seeing rising and falling a little bit during the preseason. That should be right before cuts. We will probably have had some by then. So we'll get to be able to talk about some of that on air. So we did flip those shows this year. We usually do the preseason one first and then the ranking review last, but it is what it is. So we're going with the rankings. 006 is better than 007. True. All right. That's it for me. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. And thanks for everybody who jumped in the mock with us. Great show. Had a good time.
Yeah.
See you
Thanks,
next week.
everybody.